Welcome to All Theory, No Conspiracy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click to receive notifications, and leave a comment. This video explores Jimmy Page's interest in talismanic magic, Aleister Crowley, and the possibility that his well-known sigil, ZoSo, is a talisman he created to help him achieve the massive success he had in the music business. Did Jimmy Page use talismanic magic to ensure musical success? Talismanic magic is defined as using an amulet, an object, either natural or man-made, believed to be endowed with special powers to protect or bring good fortune. A talisman may also be a piece of paper with symbols or writing on it. Energy must be put into the talisman to charge or consecrate it. It must be used for a specific purpose. Edward Alexander Aleister Crowley influenced many popular musicians and artists, such as the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and David Bowie, who all expressed their admiration for him. Jimmy Page seems to have taken his admiration for Crowley a step further. The original pressing of the album Led Zeppelin III had Aleister Crowley's edict, "Do What Thou Wilt," inscribed on a section of the album between the end of the last track on the B-side and the record's label. The same section on the A-side was inscribed with "So Mote It Be." Both inscriptions were taken from Crowley's The Book of the Law. Page collected original Crowley manuscripts, articles of clothing, a walking stick, and also purchased Boleskine House on the shores of Loch Ness, which Crowley once owned for the purposes of performing a ritual that would bind the demons that were attached to him, and in doing so would put him in contact with his holy guardian angel. Page purchased the house after it was rented for a time by former child actor and fellow Crowley admirer Kenneth. Page said he originally purchased it because he thought it would be a great place to write songs. He decorated it in a style reminiscent of the time of Crowley's occupation of the residence. The ZoSo Sigil may have originated in an alchemical grimoire from the Italian Renaissance period and may refer to Saturn, the planetary ruler of Page's astrological sign of Capricorn. Zozo is the name of a negative entity that people say they have contacted by using a Ouija board. There are references to Zozo in the Dictionnaire Infernal, a book about demons from 1818. Zozo is also named as the demon that possessed a 14-year-old boy in 1951, whose subsequent exorcism inspired the book and film The Exorcist. The boy's aunt was a regular user of a Ouija board. Zozo may also be another name for a demon called Pazuzu, a 3,000-year-old Mesopotamian demon who was sometimes summoned to act as a charm to ward off other demons. Pazuzu was alluded to in the film version of The Exorcist. If the ZoSo Sigil does represent Zozo Pazuzu, the reason why it is not spelled Z-O-Z-O may have to do with the passage written in one of Crowley's books on magic wherein he gives detailed instructions for the true adept of magic to do certain things both forward and backward. From Crowley. A. Let him, the adept, learn to write backwards with either hand. B. Let him learn to walk backwards. C. Let him constantly watch, if convenient, cinematograph films and listen to phonograph records reversed, and let him so accustom himself to these that they appear natural and appreciable as whole. D. Let him practice speaking backwards. Thus for I am he, let him say I ma I. E. Let him learn to read backwards. In this, it is difficult to avoid cheating oneself, as an expert reader sees a sentence at a glance. Let his disciple read aloud to him backwards, slowly at first, then more quickly. F. Of his own ingenium, let him devise other methods. Spelling the sigil as ZoSo just slightly inverts it by changing an S to a Z, and O remains the same. In Crowley's version of Magick, a word or name does not lose its power or have its intent blunted whether it is spelled forward or backward. Both ways are equally as effective. If the ZoSo Sigil is empowered by Zozo Pazuzu, Page has honored his part of the arrangement by placing the sigil on t-shirts, album cassette, CD and DVD covers, on posters, in books and magazines. Some Led Zeppelin fans wear it as a tattoo. The sigil is instantly recognizable and closely associated with one of the most successful music acts of all time. Led Zeppelin has been accused of placing backward messages in their songs. It is possible given Page's admiration for Crowley, and because Crowley stressed the importance of perfecting forward and backward speech. Crowley gave this as an example. For I am he, let him say, I ma I. The first words in I Am the Walrus by the Beatles are I am he. The Beatles recorded several backwards musical passages and were also accused of placing hidden messages in their songs. There will be links to an article about Aleister Crowley's influence on popular music, an article about the history of Boleskine House with an embedded YouTube video, and an article referencing the Ouija Board connection to Zozo Pazuzu in the description below this video. The end? Stay tuned for more content from All Theory, No Conspiracy. Thank you for watching.